Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today is a really fun video because I get to break down my boss fight project file for you guys. So if you're interested in hearing or making a dubstep like this, or if you're interested in making future bass like this, and this video is going to be for you because I'm going to break down my whole project file start to finish. Along with that, I'm also going to be giving away this project file for free. Now, there is going to be two different versions, and let me explain before we get into it. First will be a free version, which you can just go through a follow gate down below for free and grab the Ableton 11 project file. Now, this won't have the actual synth, which is going to be Vital as the main synth. It's going to be frozen down because this actually came from a sample pack from Black Lotus Audio, which is going to be today's sponsor. Black Lotus Audio was nice enough to send me Boss Fight, their Brostep for Vital pack, which I showcased through this whole video. It is an insanely strong pack, but they have plenty more that are on the same level as Boss Fight itself, honestly. And let me show you their actual website and packs for you guys. Using the link below, it will take you directly to this specific Boss Fight Brostep for Vital pack, which I'm using and showcasing in this video. It has over 100 presets and actually 20 Brostep wavetables. I actually didn't even get into this in the video at all, but there are their own wavetables which you can create your own sounds with, not just the presets alone, which is super cool and expands your library for, of course, more inspiration. And if you use the code Wheysted10, that's my name, with 10 at the end, pop it up on the screen somewhere, you will get 10% off on your purchase through them. And on top of that, they were nice enough to include this on their Master Collective. Their Master Collective has Boss Fight, which we talked about, along with all their other stuff, which is very high quality stuff. I'm very impressed with them. And it's over 811 presets, samples, and such. Now they already have a discount of 43% off, so this whole bundle is $97. But once again, if you use Wheysted10, you're getting pretty much an additional $10 off. So all this for under $90 is a heck of a deal because honestly, I'm very impressed with their Boss Fight sample pack in general, and I hope you guys enjoy learning about it more in this video. So let's get back to the video. Now, they reached out to me personally and said if I would check out their pack and if I liked it, even make something, and they gave me like total creative freedom. So they didn't force me to do any of this. They said if I vibed with it to make a video, and it turns out I vibed with it. And another thing is I really use Serum and Faceplant mainly, so it's like a really good opportunity to like play with Vital, and it turns out I really like Vital. So you can see here, this is the sample pack through and through. It's really thick. Like, I didn't even get to use all this stuff, but it's really good. And I want you guys to understand that they have all different styles stuff. So in this pack, they have melodic, they have heavy stuff, they have subs, transitional, risers, repeaters. Like, it is stacked. And you'll see through and through what I use. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to probably use half of this in the track, but it's really quality stuff. And the best thing I like about it too, so we'll go to any random one, right? Boom. You have all these different modulators. So for example, let's just put down something real quick just to show you guys that it really doesn't take much to work with this. I think this track's in D, so let's just do like, I don't know, something like that and hear it. Let me move this back too because some effects going through the group. I didn't even get to use this one. This one's sick. And you can even go in and then you can reverse engineer, just like I've said, anything with sound designing and Serum and all this, taking a preset and learning from it. So you can see how they route everything. And the cool thing is you can always change stuff up if you want to come faster. This is a really good one. I didn't even get to use this one. So let's go to another one. Let's go to a Reese. and see what they have here as well. I just made a sick growl. Dude, these are sick. Let's change it up. Let's go to repeater now. I think this one's actually used. Yeah, I think this is how I made one of my screeches, actually. I mean, the list goes on and on, as you can see, and it's just really quality stuff. So before I got into the video and actually patches and going over them lightly, I just want you to understand it all comes from this pack. Get into the video, and we're going to start with the intro. So let's start with the intro here. The intro is just literally two things stacked on top of each other. Stock presets, which is Atomic 808 Thunder. So it's their sub. And you can see it filters in, along with these chords, which sound so good. So in the free version of the ALS, which you can grab down below, you're not going to have all this stuff actually frozen. It's going to be flattened too, so it's all going to be audio based. But I didn't want you guys to lose value in case you really like chord structures, bass patterns, really anything. So I took the liberty steps of making sure you have everything in MIDI in case you just really liked this chord structure, or you really liked how the ARP was playing, or you really liked how the drop basses were working. Everything's in MIDI, and you can see through the whole project. If I freeze this down, you'll see white is everywhere. That's because I did this to anything that was a synth for you guys for just ease of use. Now, I do want to add though, if you do end up purchasing either the Boss Fight sample pack or the Master Collective from them, and send me a screenshot of you doing so, I will send you the unflattened version. So just this version I'm showing you, that's just frozen. You can unfreeze it, literally reverse engineer everything in this project, from the dubstep to the future bass to intro, breakdown, whatever you want, as a thank you for supporting them and supporting me as well. But that is really it for the intro. I have a drum come in. It's just a cashmere loop. A little bit compressed room reverb, which just has reverb and then it compresses it, so it just kind of makes it wider, and a little bit of delay as well. And that's how we transition into the verse. So here we go. What we added here is I just chopped up this loop. It's a little bit longer of a cashmere loop, and just kind of made some offbeat. I have just a basic clap that this honestly kind of influences the drop call section a little bit later. So that's why I did the claps like that. Nothing really crazy here. I don't even know if they're just a little EQ to that. And all I added here was another synth by them. It's called Off Drop Volcano. And all I did here was literally EQ. It sounds like... and that just repeats. It sounds really good on top of the chords. Okay, that is it besides the vocal that is going to be said right before the breakdown. So if you didn't know, something really cool about Vital, and I actually won't flatten this down on the free project files, that way you guys can see it, is you can actually do text to speech, which is literally all this is. This is just compression, alter boy, utility delay, and a little bit of fine tune. But what's in Vital is literally just this wavetable that's getting cycled. And let me show you that you can really do this with anything. What you go is to text to wavetable, which is in all, it should be, you'll find in the T's text to wavetable template. And I would just start with that. That's what I started with. Then what you'll do is you'll click on the middle here, and you can go text to wavetable. And just type it in. Once you have your wavetable edited and typed whatever you want in here, now you're just messing with the time. I like to put it in frequency in seconds and control it. So, boom. Now you can tell them to like and subscribe. Another fun thing you can do too, I really like routing this. Wait, where is this routed to? Is it 3? Oh, it's here. Harmonic stretch sounds really cool. Up goes up with the vocal, down makes it lower. Let's make it like... Boom. So don't forget to like and subscribe, by the way, if you're finding this video helpful. That's just some fun I'm having. But yeah, it's really that simple. And then you can transpose it, mess with it, stretch it. I like to print my audio afterwards. But yeah, it's a really, really awesome function in Vital. And this is how we go into the breakdown section. Okay, so this section here, very simplistic as well. It's the bridge, breakdown, whatever you want to call it. Some just easy tom drums. Just keeping the flow going. What I do with the original art is not only do I cut the notes in half, I use the plugin Halftime. Never have used it before. I've had it for like years, and I was like, I don't know, let's experiment. I created this. Which honestly, all it's doing is skipping the middle note because I have it like on half bar or something, I think. I really don't understand Halftime, so I'm not going to try to like explain it to you guys. But it pretty much just cuts out every other note. So I could have just cut out every note, it seems. It's not really in time, I guess. So I guess Halftime's doing something. But it sounds really cool. That I also added a Brahm hit because, you know, Brahm's dubstep. Sounds very nice. It's just repeating because we have a sustain. From here, we have the makers, which is literally just a, once again, a Vital patch. This is the repeater Hellbat. And I'm having EQ and Autopan and Washout. That's it. And it goes down utility so the vocal can come in. Once again, another one. This is a growl. Herculean? So, a little sub hit. And then just some effects in between covering this. I love gear hits because when you stretch them, it gets really glitchy like this. Sounds really cool. And then that is it, because we go back to the original vocal, but it's transposed. So, to the build. The build is just having fight. So we just have a kick on the every two. This pitches up. Claps or doing that little repeat till then. We have the ARP coming back. On Brahm again. And then we have more Vital stuff, which is a switch. I really like the beginning down hit. It's really cool for low end. I guess sounds so cool. Once again, stock. We have Whoosh Recharge. And then Whoosh Game Boy. That's it for the Vitals. Like I said, just basic EQ from here. Little riser. Can't forget the glass. Sub. And then we introduce the basses, which this is just some printed stuff together. Stuff like this. Pitching up, washing out, standard stuff here in the build, and introducing this vocal I made myself. Drop one. Melodic fake out seemed like the way to go. By the way, drums are very simplistic. It's just kick and clap. together. So drop drums. Drop drums. Very simplistic. Your typical rides, and for those that want to see, just typical rides on top of each other. Now, if we get into drop, since this is where we start having fun, there's a melodic fake out thing. So we have, there's the MIDI once again. This is not the intro, so never mind. So this is just some saws. Compressed, cut out the low end. That's really it. We have a Reese that's kind of the werewolf Reese, which is really cool. It's not a traditional Reese for like a drop, but I like the texture. Sounded nice. And then we have the sub, which is called Underground. I did Saturator. It already has high end in it, so I was just literally carving out the mids. It's a very fat sub, so I was trying to carve out a ton of room for the mids, as you can see. For those that may not be able to hear with headphones or don't have headphones on, it's very thick. That is the start. And then, of course, you know, something fun there, which is DJ Paul. Let's go to these main chugs now. So let's go to these main chugs now. Once again, the MIDI for them, bada bing. It sounds like this. Really here, same processing. Just it's array fat rack, which is reduce ambience, OTT, camel crusher on British clean. Cut out the lows for the layer, and let them sit together, and they sound like this. I like that spring up, it just sounded cool. And that is the one-shot Goading Strike and Hype Energy. Also layered is this one-shot as well in the pack. So in combination with them. Just kind of that pull on the upbeat and then adding to the double hits. In between we have Growl Magma. You can see I'm just messing with the macros that they provided below or on the side, not below. And a very little amount of stuff I added to fit in the mix. On top of that, we have our sustains. We have melodic Bruxacry in the B section that sounds like this. I don't know if it's supposed to sound like that. I think I turned it down an octave below because it was like hitting a different type of note where it's supposed to be, but when I dropped it, it started doing like that frequency shifter, not frequency, the ring mod type. I really like that, so got creative there. This is the main sustain, which is that repeater Hellbat again, so it is here. And then, which is really cool. This kind of sounds like an Odd Prophet sustain to me. I don't know. And then we have another growl here, Venom. We use this thing very lightly. It's just kind of a background rhythm in the B section to add to the main chugs. The main chugs go like this in the second one. I just transpose them down. From here, we literally just add another layer to the chugs. So the added layer is called Off Drop Cursed Warhorn. Sounds like this. It's really good. And if you're really trying to make like this heavy Brostep, stomp, quarter note specific stuff, this is what it's all about. It's just layering different textured stuff on top of each other and creating a sound together. Now, each sound does need a place, and it just can't be throwing random stuff. This kind of adds that highness. So if we go to here and add this, you'll hear the difference. Kind of womp. You're pulling on the two, which helps because headbanging down up, if that makes sense. Also, that's really it. I'd kind of do this frequency shift up on like 16th notes, kind of makes like this gun going up, which is on the turnaround. We have the same Venom, but just slightly different. Maybe the same. Same. And then we have the growl with higher rate. And that's really it for the changes. And then turn around here, instead of the woo, we cut it short, and I threw in this sample because a homie said I should throw it in. Don't actually do this. Don't rip samples in actual tracks. Everyone knows that sample, so it's just kind of hard with the turnaround. It goes card. So that is drop 1. The melodic drop is much simpler. Once again, I kind of just copy paste for the most part, took out a few elements and just have this as boss fight. Once again, for the build, literally the only difference is instead of this, we have it fade in, but instead of it going down in the main arp, it's actually staying consistent and opening up because I want it to be melodic and we don't have heavy basses in this section. So and this drop was super easy because, once again, the actual vital patches were super good. This one's called Super Energy Spike, and this chord automatically does like this flutter effect. I didn't even have to do it. And then I added in a new Reese, which is called Restart Flame. Had a lot, it was a very full Reese, so I cut it down a little bit in the high end. And the sub is now following melodic notes. And then, of course, I have this guy buff. The difference here is I did add in a new hi-hat, or not hi-hat, crash, ride. I know some words. We changed the kick pattern to be more future bass, and then we made the snare. We layered it as all we did with more tonal elements. So now it sounds like future bass, you know? Nice. Still kind of has that clap though. Kind of Brostep-ish, but no kick underneath it, so. So what I did here, I have these grouped, by the way. You have your melodic group and your heavy bass group. That way you can just go through the project very easy for you guys. Same fill here, but there's an auto pan on, there it is. So I really like doing that. It just adds some nice flavor. And then turn around, I added back in the breakdown Hellbat thing that we ended up using as a sustain. Because I pulled out all the low end. And then I also made the auto pan because the second half's gonna be a little different. And then we ascended the melody during this part. And that's all that really changed. So we added the flutter and then we ascended the octave. So here's that sound. Besides that, there's a little tom fill. I just cut up a couple different cashmere toms. And that is really it for the melodic section. Super easy. From there, we just go back into the intro, the exact same intro, and then we just reverb it out. That is how I made my boss fight sample project / drop from the actual boss fight vital pack. Once again, you can get it discounted with Wheysted 10. The links are down below for the actual boss fight, and if you want to get the whole collective, which it's a part of as well, save even more money, send me a screenshot. I'll send you this project verbatim, and if you don't, just get the free version and learn the arrangement, drops, and all that stuff from that. So I hope this helps, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for checking out the video.